Hello YouTube. It has been a long time. I apologize to anybody that tried to tune in yesterday. I tried to do a quick stream and some things happened on the back end here. They very well could happen again. Hopefully they don't. I'm sort of praying that they won't, but anything is possible. So anybody that didn't tune in and wants a quick update, it has been very busy here, which is why I have not been streaming. I've also been really trying to get my channel back on track. Haven't been updating it regularly at all. It hasn't been monetized in about a year, unfortunately. There's some stuff on there that I've deleted. It was like a lot of television clips and things like that YouTube, I guess, frowns upon. So hopefully now that that's been deleted, maybe they will allow me to remonetize my channel. We'll see what happens. And quite frankly, I just have not had time. There's been so much going on here on the back end. A lot of it just, personal, adult responsibilities that have not allowed me to do a whole ton of gaming in general. In fact, pretty much primarily all I've been doing is using my handheld systems. I've been using my PSP a lot lately, and I've actually been using this right here. I recently purchased the new McWill Game Boy Color mod, and it is fantastic. If you have a Game Boy Color or you like playing Game Boy games in general, I suggest getting this mod. Now, most people will say, well, why would you get a Game Boy Color mod when you can just use like a, Game Boy Advance SP, like AGS 101? I have a couple of those. They're great, but there's something about holding the original Game Boy that just feels a little bit better. So I don't know if this will show up on screen quite well, but there's a new glass screen on there. Now the screen is slightly smaller than the original Game Boy Color, but it's not too bad. And basically, when you start it up like this, let's see if it'll focus. You might be able to tell like right away, it looks gorgeous. The color on it is fantastic. I can't rave about it enough. So right now I'm playing Link's Awakening DX. So that's the Game Boy version, but it comes with a different color palette to it. And yeah, it looks great, and especially with the Atomic Purple Game Boy Color system. So I've been playing that a lot. I've also been playing my Links a lot lately as well. And over here you'll see that I have my original Links. My original Links, here we go. Spoiler, that I've been playing a lot of lately. I picked up a couple of new games. I was really trying to get into Wyvern's Tale. That is a homebrew RPG that somebody made, and I have to admit, it's just not a very good game. I was really excited because the Lynx has no RPGs on it, and I was really psyched to actually play an RPG on the Lynx. Unfortunately, what it is it's an emulator built into a cart. It's ridiculously slow. It's very, 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 very basic. I just got bored of it. There's so much grinding in it that it just makes it really, really unfun. So I wouldn't suggest getting that game. It's an interesting idea, interesting execution. The big problem with the Lynx is you can't save games. I think you can use password systems on some games, but you can't save them. So because you can't save them, it really makes RPGs quite difficult. Unfortunately, running an emulator in the back end and having the Lynx power the emulator, really, it causes a lot of issues. There's a lot of lag. There's a lot of like the buttons don't respond very well. It just really takes the momentum out of the game, and the game itself is like a really basic original Final Fantasy. Like you can fix if you can imagine like a Final Fantasy for the NES that's even more rudimentary, that would be it. So yeah, I wasn't a really big fan of that, but I did pick up a couple of games on a local buy and sell. And the guy said, he had some games. I bought them. I was just small talking with him. I said, why do you have these Lynx games and not the Lynx? He said, oh, because my Lynx broke. I said, okay, great. So, did you do anything with it? He says, oh, no, it's at home in storage. Cool. So he went and he checked it out. He sent me some pictures, and he showed a picture of a Game Gear and a Lynx. I said, okay, right on. Well, I'm generally pretty good at fixing those things. Did you want to sell them? He said, yeah, sure. What are you offering? I said, I don't know. What do you think is fair? He said, $25. Sold. So I picked up a second Lynx Model 2 and a Game Gear for $25 Canadian. So that was a pretty good score. The Dreamcast in and of itself, I was really hoping to just kind of do a couple of random streams maybe last month, but what I ended up doing was I ordered the new DC HDMI kit. So I tried to install it myself. I was doing quite well up until the ribbon cable. Unfortunately, my soldering skills are not as good as I thought they would be. So I ended up really butchering my Dreamcast to the point where it was just irreparable. So I had to swap out the board. I grabbed one of my boards from one of my backup systems. I contacted Dan from Black Dog Technology and explained, like, hey, listen, this is what happened. Bought a new ribbon off of him, sent my entire Dreamcast out to the States. I said, you know what, just fix it up, charge me whatever you want. I just want this thing working. It was my bad. He said, yeah, sure, no problem. So he charged me a very reasonable $20 to do the soldering of the ribbon to the board. I guess because I did kind of the hard work in advance, I ended up boring out the small hole you need in the back for the micro HDMI cable, or HDMI port rather. So that's a little bit tedious. So I did that. So it made it a little bit easier. He just had to solder on the ribbon cable. He did it. He attached it. It was about $35 to ship back to Canada. Not a big deal. I was slightly overcharged because I actually paid for shipping for the original ribbon cable, but I thought, you know what? He really helped me out here. I got no complaints. So that came back today. Fired it up. Looks gorgeous. I did a couple of little test runs. Unfortunately, because I had a new board installed, and this might cause a little bit of problems, we're gonna have to see. I might have to actually hook up my DreamPi now that I think about it, because I didn't configure the broadband modem. What happened was I installed a serial for another version of PSO2 that I had, so I can't access my saves at this time. I don't know if there's a way to actually do that, or to deregister the serials that I put onto my system. So what's happening is when I try to load up my games, it's showing as them not showing, unfortunately. So that's a bit of an issue. But other than that, yeah, it looks fantastic, and hopefully I'll get some gameplay going in a second, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I ended up getting the DC HDMI mod. I can't suggest it enough. It really makes everything a lot easier, because now I don't have to use stuff like this. So I've got my VGA box going out to my Atlona HD 500 VGA to HDMI upscaler, which is just, you know, it worked fine. I thought it looked pretty good. This looks better, and I get rid of this by having that, and it makes a world of difference. So if you got the money, I suggest it. I am very satisfied. Okay, so what's going on in the chat? Oh, wow. Whole bunch of people in already. Hey, thanks guys for tuning in. Hopefully this will go on without a hitch. So why don't we try to get this going? I suspect because I didn't configure my broadband modem, might have to take a quick break, jump out, reconfigure it. Doesn't take too long. You just need to swap a couple settings, and we're off to the races. So let's see what happens if we try to connect. Let's just jump into game mode here, and here we are. So this is the main screen of the USB GD-ROM. Let's go to online games. Let's go to Phantasy Star Online, and let's swap out that, and here we go. So right away you guys are going to notice quite a bit of difference in quality. I hope, hopefully it streams accurately. Okay, so here we go. Please insert CD. So open it up because I have the lid switch mod, and close it and hit start. What this means is until I can get my old character accessed again, maybe somebody can chat, can throw me up some tips if I'm able to do that. I'm gonna actually just start a new character. I was thinking about it anyway. I've played that character for several years now. I was kind of getting bored with it, to be quite honest. I really wasn't being able to take full advantage of the game. I was limited by not being able to access any tech because I was using a droid. It was just getting kind of boring, so I was kind of up for playing a new character anyway. So yeah, like right away you can tell, like, it just looks so ridiculously sharp, and I think hopefully with the compression on YouTube it looks pretty good too. So let's start a new game. Maybe it will let me connect. I suspect I'm going to have to dip out again and probably configure my modem. So Here is the little intro video, the little cutscene here. I don't, it looks a little bit fuzzy only because the compression to actually do the cutscene, like there's really not much you can do about it. This is the best it's probably going to look. It might look a little bit sharper because of the HDMI cable I have going to the Elgato. Now I was told, let's skip that video. We've already seen that video before. Now I was told that using the M cable, which I do have, makes it look even better. And I haven't had an opportunity to try it out yet, but I couldn't imagine it not making it look better. So I've always kind of wanted to use... So I was using a droid before, not really interested in using that again. That could be fun, using just a straight up tech user, but I'm also tempted to jump into... What should we do? Okay, chat, what would be a good character to start off with? I'm gonna stay away from droids. I want to jump in and use some of those different fun tech options. Background music. It is a kind of chopped up, mixed up, overly compressed, just to hope to skirt an algorithm song by Aphex Twin. Yeah, I've got it slowed down. I've got it filtered and all that kind of fun stuff so it doesn't pick up on any of those like little bots that want to take all my channel ad revenue, even though it's not being monetized at the moment. But hey, you never know. So we got one vote for Ramar. Okay, that might be a fun... I was actually thinking of going that way. Unless I hear any other votes, maybe we'll just jump in and start this character. Let's do it. Why not? It's been a while since I've tried any other different kind of characters. So a ranger, efficient with guns, can do some recovery and attack techniques, balance growth and potential. Well, it seems like a good overall sort of general character. So, you know what? Let's try it. See what happens. In terms of the appearance, what kind of faces can we change here? Oh wow, okay. Kind of like just having the mask look. Not really a big fan of the fatigue. Let's see what kind of different hair we got. Oh wow, okay. Okay, now we got some sort of like Doom guy type look. It's actually not too bad. I don't mind that look. Okay. Cool. You know what? Let's keep it. Costume. Color. Alright. Should we just have it straight up black? I kind of like just the white look. Oh, that's a cool look. Right there. Okay, I'm digging that so far. Skin color. You're never going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. Just everything black. There we go. Perfect. Proportions. Should we have them tall and lanky? Should we have them nice and squat? Let's see. Big and squat. That would actually be a pretty unique character. I guess people would be more inclined to have them tall and lanky, eh? Kind of like... There we go. Short and broad. You could have some fun with that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Short and stocky, just... Until we can actually purchase some costume changes, that might not work for me. Alright, so let's give our guy just like a general kind of average look. Alright. Character name, well, people are going to wonder what happened to me. So let's just type in UGB and hopefully people will remember who I am. Okay, here we go. All right, I like it. Well, my new kid is quite the yeller. And yeah, it's been quite challenging to say the least. Okay, okay, enter in my access key. Let's see if we can find it here. Here we go. NSY. All right, if anybody wants to steal my access key, that is up to you. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, what's going on here? When playing for the first time, you must enter in PSO access key. Enter. Do not use the original PSO numbers. Your code is case sensitive. Okay. So it is already giving me a bit of issues. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Looks good. Connecting. Broadband adapter is not set up. Okay, so that's what I kind of thought. So I'm gonna have to go and dip out quickly and set up my broadband adapter. Won't take very long, probably about 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna put this on to another screen while I'm doing that, and I'll jump back in when it's all connected. So I'll see you guys in a Okay, guys, and we are back. So hopefully this is going to work. We're just starting up the old Dreamcast now. It looks like no device has been found, but it is trying to find it. And will it load? One moment, please. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now it's not finding my Dreamcast. All right, so might have to restart OBS, but I did manage to configure the BBA. It was a bit, wasn't tricky or anything like that, but it's a bit more laborious than I remember. So right now we don't have anything showing up in good old OBS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and restart this, and hopefully it'll jump right back into the original stream. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll come right back. All right, guys, so the stream is resumed. Hopefully that didn't jump out for too long. And yes, all it did was take a quick reset of OBS. So if everything has been configured properly, this should be a non-issue. Now, I did see in there that there's somebody against Raymar, so maybe we won't pick that class. I'm not sure. I need an argument for and against. Oh, that was the wrong set of commands. So we're going to have to just quickly reset that and try that again. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is it's going to try to switch in between one disk and then load up another PSO disk, and it's just not going to load up anything. But we will get this started very soon, folks. I promise. If anything, at least we will get a character created. So load up that. We'll load up the patcher. And we'll load up the game. So, waiting for it to do its thing. Dreamcast. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And insert disk. So let's open it up. Close it. Start. And we're off to the races. So, looks good so far. I don't think there'll be any issues moving forward. Perfect. Okay, looks good. So let's jump into a game with our new character. Now here's the thing. I don't think I'll have problems with this new character class. It's just I was really not familiar with how to use any character class at that point, I gotta admit. So we'll try this guy. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we have some fun with it, and if not, we can just restart. Okay, so hit OK. Online mode, yes. 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 Enter. And they want the access key again. Hope we're not going to have to do this every time, or else that's going to be quite the pain. Y. Okay, let's do this again. And again. And continue. Okay. Here's the wishful thinking. Are we going to connect? Are we going to connect? I don't think there'll be any issues, but we'll see what happens. Oh, it did the little choke. That's a good sign. Oh, here we go. Back on. Oh my goodness. This is going to be quite the treat. Okay, so let's select a ship. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, there's 3 people in Altamira. We'll go back to good old Altamira. And we're back in. Okay, cool. Last update, you're playing for the first time. Please consider visiting the PSO Palace website for forum links. Dun, 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 dun. Last updated. Alright, cool. No problem. And already I'm looking at this from my screen. I'm like, wow, this is gorgeous. I'm really curious to see what it would look like with a M cable, but we'll get there eventually. Back on, whoops, hit cap lock by mistake. Back online, but using a new character. Been a while. So let me know what you think in the stream, guys. Like, does the picture quality look crisper than it did with the VGA? Like, I can already tell it looks really crisp from here, but it's hard to see how it would look with the compression of YouTube. I think it's probably going to look very, very, very sharp. Okay, cool. So Jaxer is around. We remember Jaxer. Just made a new character myself. Cool. Nice. I was getting bored of my old character. 3 years on, the same, no change. Perfect excuse. Okay. Gotta change it up sometimes. This is very true. Okay, so hopefully now that's connected, we won't need to use this disc moving forward. And we can jump in. What level are you at? Okay, let's one. Okay. Beauty. Wanna jump in and see what happens? So it looks like we got 2 rangers going on. So organize team, create a team, slay the monsters. Okay, create a team, PSO version 2, team name, UGB. Enter and register. Okay, here we go. Now, I never played my droid that well, and this character will be infinitely more technical to use. That being said, hopefully it'll just be a little bit more, I don't know, interesting. Because with my previous droid, like really all I did was kind of kick back. He didn't take as much damage as I thought he would. Like, he was dying fairly regularly. Part of that was me, though. I just didn't equip him right. And because of that, I don't know, it just kind of got a little bit stale after so many years. Okay, so what do we got? Equipment. Okay, cool. We can check out our techniques as well. Customize. Okay, we'll do that a little bit later. Okay, normal attacks, heart attacks. Interesting. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to definitely read up and see what the best way. Okay, we've got no Meseta, so we can't buy a single thing. Okay. Alright, I guess that's not gonna happen. Alright, where is our friend Jaxer? Let's go find them and let's just jump into. It'll be like a whole new game. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. This character is already too complex for me. Not complex, I'm just not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with him. So, not a big deal. Let's jump in and slay some monsters. So, guys, now that we've got everything set up, ready to go, I know that some people, most people that jump in are kind of interested in some of the pickups that I do. So I have been doing a lot of thrifting, despite the fact that I haven't been doing a lot of, or that I've been working a lot. I have been doing a lot of thrifting. And a lot of stuff has come, a lot of stuff is gone. I did run into some cool stuff over the last couple of months. I have kept a couple of cool things over the last couple of months. One particular, not even one single item, but one particular haul that I got, and I'm going to get to it in a little bit, was pretty remarkable. I didn't anticipate it. It kind of fell into my lap a little bit, and it allowed me the opportunity to get some things and get ahead a little bit with some cash, to be quite honest, that I wouldn't have ordinarily purchased, including the DC HDMI mod for my Dreamcast. I probably wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for the fact that I managed to stumble upon this little thrift store score. So what happened? Well, a couple months back, I was going through my regular rounds at the Value Villages and the thrift stores, the Salvation Armies, and all that stuff, and I generally look through like the media bins primarily. Video games, you find them more often than not. You're not going to find a video game out in the wild anymore, or at least a video game that's worth purchasing. You'll generally find things like your like your NHL games and stuff like that on GameCube, and a lot of PS2 stuff. Nothing really too remarkable, but every once in a while you find that gem. So I never stop looking. Like, it's just luck of the draw, really. But I'll generally check the DVDs, because sometimes you can get some good DVDs too. And it's not all about selling, guys. Like, a lot of the stuff I like to keep too. I am a little bit of a collector. So if I can get some stuff that I'm interested in, I will definitely hold on to it. And then if I get lucky, and this is the thing, records are so particular. There's a group, like, record collecting has been around way before video game collecting. Like, I would say, like, records, there's probably an argument that they would be the first collectible to some degree. Sorry, Jack, sir, I can't bring you back. I don't have anything right now. Which may or may not be true. Like, there's all sorts of little knick-knacky things that people have been collecting for ages, but in terms of, like, collecting that I've been dealing with, I would say that in modern day, records are probably one of the oldest, newest collecting hobby in the turn of the century anyways. So, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking through the record bins, and I generally don't anticipate seeing too much. Generally, I'll just run across classical stuff. Every once in a while, you get a half-decent jazz album or something like that. And every so often, you might actually get something good, like something rare, something unique, something interesting. You never know. I went to this Value Village. I saw a bin of records, and they all, like, I could see at the bottom of the shelf, they all sort of had the same record print, and I didn't think much about it. I looked at it, it looked kind of cartoony. I thought, okay, whatever, it's just some local band's random single. I looked on it, looked at the artist. The artist said Lights. Now, I was familiar with an artist named Lights. She's a female singer here in Toronto. She gets quite a bit of buzz internationally. I think she got most of her press because she was a former I guess you'd say client of this guy named Jian Gumeshi, who was a radio personality, and he got into some trouble a couple years back, and he is no longer in the public eye. But anyways, I remember that he promoted this person, so the name stuck out. So immediately I picked one up, and I looked at it and was like, okay, this bin is filled up with a ton of them. It's probably just like overstock and somebody just got rid of it. Not really interested, but okay. So I picked one up. I carried it around with me around the store. And I decided to break open the phone and be like, okay, well, what's this all about? So I look at the album. The album's clear pink. And it's got this cartoony type cover. And I look online. There's not much info about it. And Discogs has a listing. eBay had one confirmed sale. There hadn't been a sale on Discogs for a year prior to me looking it up. There's a number of people that wanted it. And the sale, like, I looked at it and was like, this doesn't really make sense. Looks like a lot of money for this little record, and it doesn't make sense that it would be the same one. I looked on eBay and I went onto the confirmed sale side, and I found one confirmed sale. of the same record that I have, and I looked at it, I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. That's way too much for this particular record. It doesn't make sense that I would have it here. So I did some more research quickly on my phone. I was kind of hustling back to the good old record bin at the Value Village, just because I wanted to be in that general area. And as I'm doing some research, I just start shoveling these records into my basket. And I do some more research, and it turns out, like, okay, this was a limited pressing. It had only actually, there was only about 250 copies made. It was pulled for a mispress. And if you're into vinyl, you know that mispressings are very hot. Like, mispressings, even though to the common person be like, you know, why would I want to mispress? I want the album to actually sound half decent, right? And the thing about mispressings and variants is they hold more value because they're more rare, and vinyl collectors are kind of crazy that way. But I was thinking, okay, what's a modern record though? Like, it's not like an old record. Why? It can't be that valuable. But, you know, I thought, whatever, I'll hedge my bets. It's Value Village is $2 a record, you know, and I had a 20% off coupon. Let's do it. So in the end, I counted 40 copies of this album. Brought it home. Took some pictures of it. My lady friend looked at me like I was an idiot. Hey there. And I said, you know, like, I don't know. I picked them all up. We'll see what happens. I'll listen to one of them, and I was like, okay, it's half decent, I guess, for like pop. No kidding. Beam. Oh no. To return to Pioneer 2, I probably have to. Yes, no moons. Damn. So I took a couple of pictures, and I went on to Discogs, and I posted a listing, and I thought I asked for a little bit much. I posted up. I went to the washroom. By the time I came back, it had sold. I was like, holy shit. Okay, well, I guess I asked for the right price. I looked at my message box. I had 3 messages asking about the album. Like, okay, is it still available? I want to buy it. I was like, okay, that's strange to me. I've never had that much demand on a particular vinyl before. And I posted another one because on Discogs you don't have to have photos. And again, by the time I got up and I went to go get something, like, it had already sold. I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I told my girlfriend, I was like, you know, these records, they cost me about $1.40 a piece, and I've already made like over, like, at that point I'd made like well over $500 on just 2 vinyl. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And she's like, yeah, this is ridiculous. So I posted another one a little bit higher. Bang, it sold. I was like, what's going on here? So I started posting them ridiculously high. I was like, you know what, let's just post them higher than they seem like, higher than they should be, and we'll see what happens. So I started posting them for like, you know, $400 or $500. Bang, 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 everything was selling. So I'm going to show you right now what I'm talking about. I still have a couple copies left. I have about 15 or so, and it's this album right here. Here, let's just put it up this way. And as you can see, I've got multiple copies. I had multiple sealed copies that sold for quite a bit of money. To date, I think I'm about, I don't know, $8 or $9 grand up on these albums. And I've still got a couple more to go. Now, granted, it has slowed down a little bit. Things haven't been moving as quickly as they had previously done, but sell it, okay. Yeah, regardless, it was just like, oh my god, like, this is, you should use it. Okay, how? Okay, equip tech. Dun, dun, dun. Inventory, select. Okay. Items. Can't use. Can't use it. Inventory, item pack, mag. Oh, need more mind. Okay. Okay, so what do I need for more mind? Let's throw in some monomate. Nope, I don't want that. Give item monofluid. There we go. Give item monofluid. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, you can go online right now. You can go check out like discogs.com, eBay. I did a couple of private sales and look at all the confirmed sales that happened in the last couple of months. It's all from this little pile. And I did some offline stuff as well, some stuff on Craigslist. Oh, we gotta go and equip that weapon, I think. Item, equip. Hang on, thank you. Yeah, it's everything that that's all me. I don't really know much else to say. It was a good score. It got me ahead on a lot of things. It allowed me the opportunity to, you know, I felt the need to splurge, to be quite honest. I was like, you know what? I made some cash. I paid off a couple of bills. I did run into some technical difficulties with the old homestead. It had some basement issues and stuff like that that set us back about, oh geez, $18,000 I think it was in the end. And anyways, it this really kind of put me back in the black, so I was quite happy to get that going. And I did end up actually purchasing a couple of things that I thought, you know, I'll never buy this any other time because I just feel too guilty, but given the fact that this is kind of free money, you know, just PayPal funds, I'll splurge. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. Ended up picking up 3 different vinyls from Discogs that I really wanted. We'll start them from cheapest to most expensive. So a big fan of Philip Glass, big fan of his work on the Candyman soundtrack, so I bought the original version of the Candyman soundtrack on vinyl. This was a record store day exclusive that I missed, that I felt the need to pick up, and it's the Crow soundtrack, probably one of my more favorite soundtracks, except for this one. And this one was kind of a doozy for me, so I really, really wanted this. I love this game. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. And it's this one right here. So I picked up the deluxe edition of Fallout 3 on vinyl. So the entire soundtrack on 3 gorgeous vinyls. It, my lady friend cannot know how much that cost me. But I'm glad to have it. I threw it on. It was a really good pressing. Really nice to hear those tracks, like the atmospheric themes to it. They just really punch up when they're playing on my stereo system. Now, my stereo system too, now I can't show you it. I ended up beefing that up quite a bit too. I found a couple of really interesting things. I think I showed you the Advents that I found a couple months back. And the Advents and also the, what were they there? The Marantz stereo system that I got. But I also ended up running into a Pioneer DV78AI Advanced Resolution DVD audio player. That's the Pioneer Elite series, if you really want to know, and it is the most like top quality DVD audio component piece that you can probably get. It's fantastic. It also kind of put me down a rabbit hole of getting more. Oh, I should probably get a frame. Damn, I'll pick up the next one. DVD audio. So I ended up scoring a whole bunch of DVD audio recently that I was more than happy to get, and it sounds beautiful on my stereo system. So I'll show you what I ended up getting. One of these I had to buy new, and that was the 9 Inch Nails Downward Spiral DVD audio pressing. This one I had in the wild for a while, and it's 9 Inch Nails Downward Spiral SACD, which my player also plays. And this one, which is another one of my favorite albums, is Porcupine Tree in Absentia DVD audio. Sounds absolutely amazing on the new stereo system. So that was kind of an interesting little find. During its day, that system probably would have cost you about $1,200. I paid like what, $30 for it. I can't remember exactly. Regardless, Still sounds great, especially if you're going to go down the DVD audio route. I know nowadays, if you really want to step it up a notch, people go down Blu-ray audio, but you know, I'll get there when I get there. I'm definitely not going to jump in whole hog to Blu-ray audio at this time. I just don't have the space, don't have the disposable funds. Speaking of which, this was a good find in the wild. Right here, I finally found myself a Wii U. So here is a nice little Wii U system, complete with the gamepad and a Pro controller right here. Altogether, $34. Couldn't go wrong. Right away, hacked it, transferred all of my Wii games to it. Okay, guys, where are we here? Let's feed our mag while we're thinking about it. Give item. Perfect. Monofluid. Looks amazing. Played Breath of the Wild for the first time on it. Again, just what can you say? Like, just an amazing system. Highly underrated. Getting a little bit more coveted nowadays. I think more people have realized that it's quite a good system, despite the fact it was, most people were confused when it first came out, including myself. I thought for sure it was just sort of another version. Nintendo was notorious for putting out multiple versions of the same console, like the DS line. There's, I don't know how many different DSs, even the Game Boy for that matter. There's just so many different versions of these same console. They do so many revisions and stuff like that. I just assumed that the Wii U was another revision of the Wii and didn't seem to feel any interest in upgrading. Of course it's not. It was a totally different system, much better system. There are some hiccups in terms of wanting to mod it. You have to switch out the hard drives at this time for using the Wii Virtual Console to play emulators and Wii games. Not the end of the world. Keep in mind, you would have to switch discs if you were playing the game legit. So again, not terribly awkward, but yeah, it plays fine. I'm really enjoying my Wii U system. It's Mario Kart 8. I mean, that game is that is just a fantastic racer. I was having so much fun with Mario Kart 8 recently. Oh shit, I hope somebody has some moons. No. Probably not. Oh, they do. Okay, cool. Alright, is all my gear here? Maybe. Equip. Frame. Oh, my gun went. Somebody took my gun. Well, let's see if we can find ourselves some other gun then. Anyone pick up a handgun? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Items by the door. Nice. Okay. Equip item pack. There we go. Beauty. No slots. Okay, well, that's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. What do we got here? Nope, can't use it. So yes, and the beauty thing about the Wii U, which, you know, is I realize all of this is well surpassed by the Switch, but the Switch did not cost me $34, so it is what it is. I will pick up a Switch one day. It is on my to-get list. The thing with the Switch, though, too, is that the entry point for the actual system isn't too bad. The games I'm finding are like ridiculously expensive. You're running yourself probably close to like $80, $60 a game, and I just can't do that right now for a new console. I did pick up a couple of PS3 controllers that I'll never use, and actually I'll get back to that. And then I think I've been calling GameStop and seeing if they're having trade-in events, and I think as soon as they have like a controller trade-in event, I'll probably trade up to get a Wii U, or not a Wii U, rather a Switch. So why am I selling all my PS3 stuff? Well, what happened was my PS3 overheated. I'm blaming the custom firmware I have for not taking care of either my GPU or my CPU. It completely fried. I know this because I did a little bit of diagnostic checking, and the error just wouldn't repair itself. And then on top of that, I applied some new silver heatsink fluid, or to the heatsink rather, and nothing helped. So ultimately my PS3 was done. Good riddance, I guess. I was a little bit disappointed at first. It was my primary Blu-ray player as well, and I had to get a new Blu-ray player. But to be honest, I didn't even miss it. Like, I never really played my PS3 that much, especially recently. Like, I think in the games I played for it were ported over to PC, and it played much better on PC. So it always seemed a little bit silly for me to kind of keep it, because I wasn't really interested in the games. Like, it also played really well. Like, I had it hacked. You could sideload games, like you didn't have to buy them all. You can play backups. I did have quite a few backups. Generally what I would do is I would pick up a backup, then I would sell it after I've transferred it onto my hard drive. Much like the Dreamcast, the hard drives are all registered to particular systems, so you can't necessarily swap them out as easily as you'd like. I did have a lot of content that I purchased from the PSN. I'm kind of holding out to see if the PS5 is as backwards compatible as they say. If it is, I might just wait for a PS5, because if a PS5 is going to play every single system that the PlayStation ever had, that could be very interesting. It also kind of makes me sad that I sold all my PS2 games, but I still have my PS2. It plays fine. It's also got free McBoot on it, so I can play all my games that I want with no effort on that as well. Very few games that I'm actually collecting nowadays. I'm mostly just collecting the systems, and that is because the games just take up way too much space, to be quite honest. Okay, let's use this monofluid. Yes, and perfect. Level up, sweet. Okay, where did our friends go? Okay, here they are. Bang, bang, bang. That guy is really not hitting for a ton. I'm going to need to find a new weapon. Okay, back up, back up, back up. Okay, item pack, whip, handgun. Let's try this one. See if it works any better. Hopefully we'll be able to increase the mind on my mag enough that I can start using some of this cool stuff. Okay, right away I'm hitting for much more. Very happy with this gun switch. It also seems to be firing a lot quicker as well, and has better accuracy. Okay, awesome. Glad I made that jump. Bang, I can actually start participating in the game. In terms of game news, like, I have been following up a little bit what's been going on out there in the last few months, and it just doesn't interest me. There's a lot of this nonsensical drama going on in the good old gaming world that I like to listen to peripherally, but I have no investment in it one way or the other. A lot of it isn't even really about gaming per se, just like certain cultures that invest themselves into gaming and use it as more of a, I guess you would say, like a medium to sort of further their own agendas, as it were. Frame. Can I use that? No, can't use the saber. Okay, let's see if we can use this frame. Okay. Just bring that back and sell it. Alright, sounds good. Okay. We are almost at the end of the forest. We got... Okay, we're going to wait for all these rappies to come back up. Come on, auto load or auto aim. You know you want to. There we go. Bang, bang, bang. Got him. Bang, bang, bang. And come on, rappy number 5. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, cool. What do we get? Anything we can use? Possibly. Okay, let's jump back here and follow our team. Probably going to need to feed our mags soon as well. Oh, look at all these little baby mags. Perfect. I'm probably going to have to make an announcement on Dreamcast Live too that hopefully going to be starting again. So also the reason that I'm kind of starting up the streaming again is that I have a little bit more time. I will be off of my full-time employment for about a year and a half. Just kind of taking this opportunity to sort of pursue some other interests at this time. Was able to kind of get that time off because in Canada, Ontario specifically, you can take up to 66 weeks of parental leave within 78 weeks after your baby's born, unpaid. So I've decided to take it unpaid, get by on some of my side hustles, and see what happens. I'm trying to make it a go. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Oh, come on. Let's put this gun. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, get out of here. And I've got to customize my buttons for sure. Okay, Monomate. Yes. There we go. Perfect. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, still not hitting for a ton. Okay, somebody's going to have to tell me how to use this tech stuff. So my TP is full, but what am I supposed to do with it? Well, I'm glad that Necro's starting from the beginning too. This really kind of nice having us all start off at the same level. Alright, we'll see how well we do with the dragon. I suspect we're all going to get slaughtered, but you never know, right? Oh, okay. That is just a normal weapon. Can't use it. Okay, where did... Oh, can we get by here? Yes, we can. Okay, sweet. Warp up. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, I'm going to have to pay more attention to what I'm doing, and I'm also going to have to do some research on how to use this character. Now, I do have the full official Primo manual. I've shown you guys that in the past, which will come in handy because it didn't really have a lot of advice for me using my Android character, but maybe it'll have more advice for using this guy. Oh no, okay, back up. Okay. Customize the one button. Bang, bang, bang. We want to make sure that we're got a little bit of monomate in the bank. Okay, item pack, mag, give item, monofluid, perfect, give item, monofluid, perfect, give item, monofluid, perfect. Okay. I got myself a happy mag. Oh, I can use that barrier. Item pack. Whip. Barrier. Barrier! Okay, cool. So at least I got something. Oh, wait, there's another one. Alright, we'll check out which one is better. So I did actually start up a secondary channel at one point that I never really did much with. I was originally going to move all of the streams over to the secondary channel, but then I decided, you know what, why don't we keep this one, see what happens. I am very curious to see what happens with this new, now is it a Microsoft streaming platform? I'm not 100% sure, but basically the one that has been highly touted lately. What is it there? Ninja, I guess, is the one who ended up switching over from Twitch. Just very curious to see what that's all about. That could be a very interesting competition for streaming, especially if it takes off. Okay. Sure. We'll see what happens. Could use a star. Okay, yeah, let's go back. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. Maybe we can at least sell a couple things. Alright. Cool. We are all the same character, are we? Alright, get out of here. Now, I'm very curious to see what this Dreamcast looks like on my actual television too. I'm gonna have to give it a shot at some point. Okay, so can we use anything here? Should probably get a moon atomizer, but that's way too pricey for what I have right now. Quantity 8, quantity 1. Why not? We'll just stock up on our monofluids. And then at least that way we can feed our mag. What do we got here? Disk zone here. Okay, sell. What do we got? We got... This can go. This can go. We'll keep these until we can actually use them again. Get rid of this guy. What about this guy? No. Get rid of him. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to equip this. So let's get rid of these two frames that we can't use. I have 4. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's equip our stuff. Item, equipment, frame. Oh, it's got a slot too. All right, cool. All right, so equip. Do we have anything we can put in there now? No, of course not. Okay, not a big deal. Item pack, mag. Let's make our mag happy over here. Monofluid, perfect. Monofluid, perfect. Nice, okay. It's about time. Cool, let's let the team know. Finally got a blast. Alright, let's jump back to the pipe. And we are off. Okay, let's see what happens with this dragon. I suspect we're gonna get slaughtered, but you never know. Okay, wait for our friend Necro to jump in. And here we go. Okay. First dragon battle. Scary stuff. All right. boom, and we're hitting for 0. Oh wait, got 19. Okay, let's go to the head. And here we go. Okay, I can't really see what I'm doing, but I think we're hitting for a little bit. I don't see any. I see a few misses, but not too bad. Okay, let's get out of here. And bang, bang, bang. Oh no! Alright. We get hit? No, we did not. Okay, perfect. Okay, we got a couple of headshots in. That's good. Can't remember how many HP Dragon has on normal. Okay. Good stuff. Let's get behind this thing. Just keep running around in circles. Hopefully it doesn't find us. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Oh, sweet. Just missed it. Alright. Running around in circles. Hopefully it doesn't find us. And we're up. Okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's try and get those headshots in. Boom, boom, boom. Miss, miss, miss. What are you talking about? Okay. Alright, is he gonna dive already or is he gonna blast a shot? Oh no, he's gonna dive already. Damn. Okay, it's been a while since I have fought this guy. Oh. Just missed it. Okay, sweet. Oh. Okay, good job, Jaxer. Okay, Necro's hanging in there. Good job, good job, good job. And we're back up. Okay, let's see. You gotta be able to hit this guy. Nice! Okay. Victory. Good stuff. Let's see what kind of goodies we get. All the basic stuff. Nothing really too rare, I'd imagine, but awesome. Who knows? We might get lucky. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what do we got here? Anything we can use? Trap vision. Armor, armor, armor. Anything over here? Did we all get raided? Is it all gone? Is it all gone already? Looks like it. Okay, no biggie. Awesome. Yeah, that was rad. It's been a while. Okay, cool. So I think we got everything. So we might as well dip back to Pioneer. Boom. Here we go. All right. Did we get anything worth keeping? Okay, what do we got? Item. Oh, first, let's make our mag happy. Give item, monofluid. Give item, monofluid. Give item, monofluid. So, oh, wait, defense is going up. I want the mine to go up. Okay. I'm going to have to change its food. Okay, equip. Did we get any good weapons? Native -5, okay. Well, let's just switch this out then. Frame, okay, did we get anything good? No. Okay. Something. 4 fluids, thank you. You know what, quite frankly, let's just use... the armor for now. And we'll keep that. Okay, perfect. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, where are our fluids? Here we go. Okay, we are maxed out. Let's go to the bank. Drop off a few fluids. Deposit. Item. Let's get rid of our mag. Let's get rid of our monofluids. Okay, there we go. And we have trap vision. I wonder how we equip that. Okay, let's go back, grab those fluids unless somebody else has. Monofluid, perfect. Okay, good times, good times. Good stuff, guys. I gotta jet, but I'll be back Saturday, hopefully. Cool. All right, looks like Necro's off as well. Awesome to see you again online. You too. Very cool to be back as well. Night. Ah, the PSO community, such a friendly bunch of folks. I love it. Okay, off to the lobby. So let's save our character to the server. Slash save 1. Character data saved. Excellent. Night. And let's quit our game. Bang. That'll save it to our card. And we are good to go. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that was Phantasy Star Online for tonight. Sorry I didn't engage in the chat too much. It's been a while since I've played this game, so I was kind of just getting back in the swing of things. And the swing of streaming in general, really, I've been kind of out of the loop for quite a while, even up until my last stream. I just haven't really been doing it as regularly, so it is nice to kind of just get those wheels turning again. I have been thinking of some other business opportunities that would sort of integrate some of these streaming skills into some other pursuits. So I'm really trying to just practice more than anything else. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I can't wait to start playing Phantasy Star Online a little bit more regularly, and hopefully jump into some other games as well with some of the guys at Dreamcast Live, and play some more of those online games that I used to love as well. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. I do have some more things I'd like to show you, but it's about 1 a.m. here in Toronto, and I've got some things I have to do in the morning. So thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure, and I will see you later. Take care.